A Tale of Two Cities. Charles Dickens. Madame Defarge looked coldly at her, and said, "The wife of Evremond, where is she?" "I know that your intentions are evil," said Miss Pross, "and you may depend upon it, I'll hold my own against them." Miss Pross, on the instinct of the moment, seized her round the waist in both her arms, and held her tight. "You shall not draw it. I am stronger than you, I bless heaven for it. I hold you till one or other of us faints or dies." Miss Pross looked up, saw what it was, struck at it, struck out a flash and a crash, and stood alone.
Literature and Catfight.
International Definitive Cut.
Now then, the theme this time is literature. I shall elucidate catfights as depicted in written form, ranging from myths, legends, and folk tales to modern literature.
My name is Miranda. I shall be reading aloud this time.
My name is Emma. I'm asleep, so wake me up if anything happens.
Charles Dickens is the quintessential British novelist of the Victorian era. Dickens' greatness, of course, needs no reiteration, but his skill as a novelist also lies in his characterization. The cold-hearted old man Scrooge from A Christmas Carol. Oliver Twist, an orphan with a pure heart. Madame Defarge. She was the leader of the Trecateurs, a group of women who wielded considerable influence during the earliest days of the French Revolution. The term Trecateurs means a woman who knits, but during the French Revolution it referred to a group of radical female revolutionaries. Miss Pross. She was the governess of Lucy, the heroine of A Tale of Two Cities, and loved Lucy dearly. And then we come to the opening catfight scene between the two women. What makes this scene interesting is that the two women cannot understand each other's language at all. Miss Pross speaks English, Madame Defarge French, and though they share lengthy dialogue scenes, neither understands the other's words. Nevertheless, they wage fierce battle against each other as if the other were an enemy to be eliminated. If you get the chance, do give it a read.
Stay down! Get your hands off me!
Pretty Fighter's History of Female Fights.
Tu es une idiote complète! Tes actions sont pathétiques! Tu ne sais rien! C'est toi qui es ridicule!
Los Moires. Émile Zola. Virginie had just flown at Gervaise's throat. She squeezed her round the neck, trying to strangle her. The latter freed herself with a violent jerk, and in her turn hung on to the other's hair, as though she was trying to pull her head off.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but since the heroine has blonde hair, isn't the character in this picture reversed?
I got the prompt wrong. You were asleep, so don't nitpick.
It was from Gervais that the first blood was drawn, 3 long scratches from the mouth to the chin, and she sought to protect her eyes, shutting them at every grab the other made, for fear of having them torn out. No blood showed on Virginie as yet.
They're killing each other.
Separate them, the vixens.
Émile Zola, a French naturalist leader famous for Les Rougon-Macquart and his bold defense of Dreyfus. One of Zola's major works, Los Miroirs, was published in 1877, causing a sensation and shocking the world. Though adapted for theatre and stage numerous times since, the most faithful cinematic portrayal of the novel's raw and harrowing catfight scene is René Clément's 1956 film Gervais.
話せってばあんたが先に言いがかりつけたんでしょ話せあんた始まったよならないじゃないやめろって逃げるないい加減にしなさい二人とも
Pretty Fighter's History of Female Fights. Right then, from here on, yours truly Emma Chan will be introducing you to the catfights of myths and legends. Ulster Cycle, English-Irish legends detailing the heroic deeds of Cú Chulainn and the warriors of Ulster during the 1st century.
Hold on a moment. Wasn't that duel fought by the male Cú Chulainn acting as Skáhak's proxy?
Nihon Ryo-iki, Japan's oldest collection of Buddhist legends, compiled by Kyokai, illustrating karmic retribution and supernatural occurrences. Long ago, in the province of Mino in Japan, there lived a woman of great strength. She would threaten merchants transporting goods by ship and plunder them. At that time, in the province of Owari, there lived a woman of small stature but great strength. Having heard rumors of a woman in the province of Mino, she resolved to challenge her to a contest of strength. The women of Owari defeated those of Mino, and made them swear never to commit evil deeds again. Pretty Fighter's History of Female Fights.
One day, a female student at a Russian medical university returned to her room to find a letter had arrived. It was a challenge to a duel from the wife of the man with whom she was having an affair. The female student went to buy a pistol and, while she was at it, had the arms dealer teach her how to shoot. For the first time in her life, she fired a gun. The following day, she went to the place designated by the man's wife. Without exchanging a word with the man's wife, she walked towards the birch grove where the duel was to take place. The two women took turns firing their guns, yet despite the mere 12-step distance, all 11 of their bullets missed their mark. The man's wife fired the final bullet. That bullet struck the female student in the throat, which proved to be the fatal wound.
Hold up. Is that it?
No, from here the novel shifts to the perspective of the man's wife, depicting her state of mind and feelings.
I'm not talking about the novel. The viewers of this channel don't want this duel to be settled like this. Why not just say the 12th shot missed too? They've used up all their ammunition, so they'll have to fight with their bare hands.
Don't you dare! I warned you! Get off me! Not until you listen! Breathe and stop fighting! Take that! No!
The author of this novel is Herbert Eulenberg, a German writer. I don't know how it is in the West, but in Japan this author is famous for this one short story alone. Because Japan's national writer, Mori Ogai, translated it from German, and introduced it to Japan. Moreover, the renowned novelist Osamu Dazai wrote a parody novel based on Ogai's translation. According to Dazai's novel, the man, at the request of the female student, peered from behind a tree at the women's duel. And it is implied that this man was none other than the author Eulenberg himself.
Isn't this better? Pretty Fighter's History of Female Fights.
When discussing catfight scenes in novels, one simply cannot overlook this masterpiece, From Russia with Love. British author Ian Fleming is world-renowned for creating James Bond, the iconic secret agent, drawing from his naval intelligence experience. If you're a viewer of this channel, you've surely seen that catfight scene from the film. I saw it 3 times at the cinema and bought the Blu-ray too, but that scene is the only thing I find dissatisfying about an otherwise near-perfect film.
Kerem led Bond to a bench where the chief gypsy sat alone. They took their places on his right. While Kerem spoke, Bond examined the 2 beautiful, taut, sullen animals in the center of the ring.
Perhaps it's because I'm a book lover, but in this particular scene, the novel felt more exciting and erotic.
Pretty Fighter's History of Female Fights.
I could talk at length about James Bond, but as I have the next novel to introduce, I shall move on. The literary work I shall introduce next is, as you can see, a short story set on a southern island.
Tales of the Southern Islands, The Couple. Even today, there is not a single islander on Palau's main island who does not know the story of Kira Kosizan and his wife Ebil. Kira Kosizan of the Gakoau tribe was a most gentle man. His wife, Ebil, was exceedingly fickle, spreading rumors of affairs with anyone in the village and causing her husband grief. Though she was prone to infidelity, she was intensely possessive and would not tolerate her husband so much as glancing at another woman. In the Palau region, a quarrel between women over love affairs is termed rivalries. A woman who has had her lover taken from her, or believes she has, storms to the rival's dwelling and challenges her to a fight. Battles are always fought openly before the eyes of all. No one is permitted to attempt to intervene. The people merely watch with joyful excitement. In most cases, a woman who has had all her clothes torn off and ultimately becomes unable to stand or walk is deemed the loser. Kira Kosizan's wife, Ebil, instigated Hurlis with all the women in the village. And she prevailed in every contest. She believed her own affair was justified, while her husband's imagined affair was wrong. One day, Kira Kosizan met a young woman from another tribe at a village event, and fell in love. This news soon reached his wife, Ebil, who challenged the young woman named Remy, with whom her husband had fallen in love, to a rivalries, that is, a bare-handed duel. Remy, smaller and more delicate than Ebil, accepted this offer. The women's fight for Kira Kosizan has begun. The outcome of the battle was unexpected. Remy won, and Ebil was stripped of her clothes, forced to cover herself and return home. Afterwards, Kira Kosizan parted ways with his wife, traveled to Remy's home island, and married her. Meanwhile, Ebil had become the second wife of the village's second wealthiest middle-aged man, with whom she had been intimately involved before marrying Kira Kosizan. It is said that these 2 individuals each went on to lead happy lives in their later years. The author of this novel is a Japanese writer named Nakajima Atsushi. Though he died young and produced few works, he is a famous writer in Japan. Because his masterpiece Sangitsuki, the Mountain Moon Record, is a staple in Japanese language textbooks, a brilliant but arrogant scholar transforms into a tiger, lamenting how his pride and isolation cost him his humanity.
The short story I mentioned earlier is a rather unusual work that stands apart from Nakajima's other masterpieces. I've provided a rough summary of the plot. I'm not sure if a translated edition has been published in the West, but if you get the chance, do give it a read. Well then, what did you think of this video, literature and catfight?
If there are any stories or novels from your country featuring catfight scenes, please do share them in the comments.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching until the end.